Breaking news, a shocking scene at the White House just about an hour ago. President Donald Trump arriving back home following a 3-night stay in the hospital for coronavirus, taking off his mask despite the fact he is still contagious. Even though he's now out of the hospital, the number of people testing positive for COVID just keeps rising, including a local pastor. Hello, I'm Mark Brown. This is Eyewitness News at 5.
And I'm Colleen Sullivan in for Michelle Tuzzi. We're live right now on ABC7, ABC7.com, and streaming on the ABC7 Los Angeles app and on Hulu Live.
The number of people linked to the White House who've tested positive for coronavirus is growing. There are now 18 people infected. President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump, Hope Hicks, Kellyanne Conway. Today we learned White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany is infected, along with Trump aide Nick Luna, Chad Gilmartin and Caroline Levitt, who work in the press office, former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, campaign manager Bill Stepien, 3 unnamed journalists, Republican Senators Mike Lee, Tom Tillis, and Ron Johnson, the president of Notre Dame University, Reverend John Jenkins, and Riverside pastor Greg Laurie, who attended the Supreme Court justice announcement at the White House 2 Saturdays ago.
And Eyewitness News reporter Josh Haskell is following all the breaking developments today. Josh?
That's right. President Trump is back at the White House and is likely still contagious, but that did not stop him from taking off his mask with staffers nearby and also putting at risk the over 100 staffers that work at the residence.
President Trump walks out of Walter Reed Medical Center after 72 hours of treatment for COVID-19. But his doctors stress the 74-year-old is not out of the woods. That didn't stop the president from taking off his mask, even though he's still undergoing treatment for the highly contagious virus. The president tweeting earlier that the country shouldn't be afraid of COVID. Don't let it dominate your life.
The medical care that he gets is not something that's available to almost anyone in the country. Other than the very privileged or the very powerful, you cannot get the kind of care that he got at Walter Reed and will continue to get, we presume, back home when this home is the White House.
On Sunday, Trump defied CDC guidelines and left Walter Reed briefly to drive by supporters outside the hospital. The president, who was wearing a mask, is likely still contagious and put Secret Service officers at risk, according to a physician at Walter Reed who is not involved in the president's care.
I don't know what the benefits of this political stunt were, but I do know what the risks were. And my concern is that perhaps the Secret Service agents that were inside don't know the full risk of what they were up against there.
Trump's physician won't say when the president had his last negative COVID-19 test, making it difficult to know how long he's had the virus.
The president has been surrounded by medical and security staff for days wearing full PPE. And yesterday, the U.S. Secret Service agents were in that same level of PPE for a very short period of time.
Trump will return to the White House, where coronavirus continues to spread among West Wing staffers. His press secretary, Kayleigh McEnany, and 2 of her deputies have now tested positive, bringing the number of Trump associates, family, and staff with COVID to over a dozen.
And President Trump says he'll be back on the campaign trail soon, and his campaign says that the president will be at the next debate, which is in 10 days, even though he just got out of the hospital and is still being treated for the virus.